What if I told you that you could become an investor today with less money than a nice dinner out? Seriously. You don't need thousands of dollars sitting in a brokerage account to start building real wealth. In fact, starting with just $100 might be the smartest financial move you make this year, and I'm going to show you exactly how. Hi, and welcome back. If you're new here, we break down real financial strategies that actually work, without the confusing jargon or get-rich-quick nonsense. So stick around. Let's start with the biggest barrier that keeps people from investing. They think they need a huge amount of money to even get started. That was true maybe 15 years ago, but it's not anymore. The game has completely changed, and you're actually in the best position ever to start investing small. Here's the reality. Investing with $100 is a lot like learning to drive. You wouldn't buy a Ferrari for your first car, right? You'd get something reliable, manageable, and low risk while you learn the rules of the road. Same with investing. You're building the habit, learning how markets work, and letting that money grow. That's what matters most at this stage. So let's talk about the actual ways to invest your $100. First up, fractional shares. This is the game changer. A few years ago, if a stock cost $300 per share, you were out of luck unless you had $300. Now you can buy a fraction of that share. You could own a piece of Apple, Tesla, or any major company with just $10 or even $1. Apps like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and E-Trade all offer fractional shares now. No minimums, no barriers. Second option, ETFs or exchange-traded funds. Think of an ETF as a basket of stocks bundled together. Instead of picking individual companies, you're buying into an entire index. The SPY tracks the S&P 500. That's 500 of the largest companies in America, all in one ticker. You can buy fractional shares of SPY with your $100 and instantly own a piece of the entire market. This is actually the smartest move for most beginners because you're diversified automatically. You're not betting on one company, you're betting on the overall economy. Third option, robo-advisors. These are apps like Betterment, Wealthfront, or Vanguard personal advisor services. You put in your $100, answer some questions about your goals and risk tolerance, and the app automatically invests your money across different types of assets. It's hands-off, it's simple, and it's perfect if you don't want to think about individual stock picks. Many of these have zero minimums. Fourth option, micro-investing apps. Apps like Acorns round up your purchases and invest the difference. So if you buy a coffee for $3.50, they invest the 50 cents. Over time, this adds up. With $100 up front plus those roundups, you'd be surprised how fast your balance grows. These are great for beginners because it feels painless. Now, I know what you're thinking. What kind of returns can I actually expect from $100? Here's the honest truth. Your account might only make $10 or $20 in your first year, depending on market performance. But that's not the point. The point is that you're starting. You're building the habit. And compound interest is incredibly powerful over decades. Imagine this. You invest $100 today in an index fund. Let's say it averages a 10% annual return, which is roughly the historical average for the stock market. After 30 years, that single $100 investment turns into about $1,700. But if you keep investing $100 every month, after 30 years, you'd have roughly $270,000. Compound interest is real, and it works in your favor when you start early. Here's your action plan starting today. Step 1. Download a brokerage app. I'd recommend starting with Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or Vanguard. They're established, they have low fees, and they support fractional shares. Step 2. Fund your account with your $100. It takes maybe 5 minutes. Step 3. Buy your first investment. I'd recommend an index fund like SPY or VTI. These track the entire market, they have low fees, and they're perfect for beginners. Step 4. Set a reminder to invest again next month, even if it's just $50. Consistency beats perfection every single time. One important reminder here. This is not financial advice. Always consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. So there you have it. You now have no excuse to not start investing. $100 is enough. You're enough. Your future self will thank you for starting today instead of waiting for some perfect moment that probably never comes. If this helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more real financial strategies. And drop a comment below. What's your biggest money question right now? Are you stuck on where to invest, how much to invest, or something else? Let me know and I'll cover it in a future video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.